March 6, 2025, a spring break trip to paradise turned into a disappearance that haunts two countries. Sudiksha Konanki, a 20-year-old pre-med student at the University of Pittsburgh, vanished from a beach in Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. CCTV shows her walking with a man toward the water sometime after 4 a.m., then nothing, no body, no trace. Her phone, passport, wallet, still in her room. Months later, investigators remain divided, and her family is pushing for closure. In this video, we'll retrace every moment, review new developments, and ask what really happened to Sudiksha. This is Everyday Crime 247. Let's begin. For a group of University of Pittsburgh students, the trip had been an escape, a chance to swap textbooks and late-night labs for beaches, music, and the promise of a week without responsibilities. Sudiksha Konanki was born December 13, 2004, in India. Her parents later moved, and she lived in Virginia as a permanent U.S. resident. She attended Thomas Jefferson High School and later enrolled in the University of Pittsburgh to pursue pre-med studies. In March 2025, she and 5 of her friends traveled to the Dominican Republic for spring break. They stayed at the Rio Republica resort in Punta Cana. According to reports, the resort had experienced a power outage that affected certain security cameras. Whether that outage is relevant remains uncertain. On March 6th, security footage and eyewitness accounts shows a group, Sudiksha and her friends, leaving the resort toward the beach around 4:15 a.m. Among the group was Joshua Ribe, an American who reportedly met Sudiksha during the trip and later became the last known person seen with her. To understand what unfolded that early morning, we need to walk through the incident step by step. The night of March 5th came alive with typical spring break energy. Music, lights, dancing, laughter. In the video from inside the resort, Sudiksha and Joshua are seen together in the lobby and nightclub, socializing with a group. At one point, witnesses say Sudiksha vomited, possibly from drinking or seasickness. Around 12:41 a.m., surveillance footage shows the group stepping out toward the beach, walking along a narrow path leading to the shore. Joshua later told authorities that he and Sudiksha went into shallow water together. Suddenly, a wave struck them. He claims he pulled her to safety and then passed out on the beach. Joshua says he last saw her walking in knee-deep water toward her belongings. When he awoke, she was gone. He searched for 15 minutes and called her name, scanned the dark shoreline. Nothing. Meanwhile, her friends returned to the resort. No one alerted security that she was missing until later in the morning. By daybreak, her room revealed no sign she left intentionally. Her passport, phone, and wallet remained. Her disappearance was confirmed. Growing uneasy, one of her friends from the group decided to do something. She went straight to Joshua's room and knocked on his door. "Have you seen Sudiksha?" she asked. His answer that he hadn't seen her since early in the morning. By mid-afternoon, panic was full-blown. The group had searched the resort grounds and called the front desk. With no sign of their friend, fear hardened into something scarier. And so, at around 4 p.m., they officially reported Sudiksha missing to the hotel staff. By 5:43 p.m., her father, thousands of miles away in Virginia in the United States, filed his own missing persons report with the county sheriff office. Authorities in the Dominican Republic and resort teams scrambled. Rescue operations included divers, aerial drones, marine patrols, canine units, and coastal searches. Days later, part of Sudiksha's clothing was discovered on a chaise lounge near the beach area, but the sea had given nothing else. No body, no other belongings, no footprints leading away. Meanwhile, Joshua Reeby was detained. His passport was seized. Authorities questioned him repeatedly. In a courtroom session in Punta Cana, Joshua petitioned for his release and return to the U.S., claiming unlawful detention beyond the 48-hour legal limit. The Loudoun County Sheriff's Office in Virginia sent detectives to the Dominican Republic, demanding cooperation and access to Joshua's phone and messages. Meanwhile, Sudiksha's parents, in a press conference, broke down as they publicly asked authorities to declare their daughter legally dead, hoping for closure amid uncertainty. The sheriff's office released a statement. They believed she likely drowned but would support the family regardless. In that moment where laughter, water, darkness, and uncertainty have collided, and where the camera's eyes have turned away too soon. Early in the investigation, Joshua had given investigators multiple accounts of what happened that night, and the contradictions were hard for everyone to ignore. In one version, Joshua says a strong wave pulled both of them to the water. He claims he swam with Sudiksha under his arm until he was exhausted, coughed up seawater, and finally reached shallow surf. He remembered asking if she was okay, but she says he never heard her answer. According to him, she walked away to gather their belongings while he collapsed into a chair and passed out. But in another version, Joshua drops the rescue details. He says he left her standing in knee-deep water, vomits a whole bunch of seawater, and he thought she left. He said he assumed she went off on her own and doesn't remember anything more. He also had a third version. In that one, Sudiksha herself said she was going to fetch their clothes scattered by the waves. Joshua insists those were her last words before he lay down too weak to follow and fell asleep under the stars. 3 different stories, 3 different conflicting accounts, which, if any is the truth, Dominican attorney Felix Cortez, who examined Joshua's, called them illogical. His story raised questions for locals and other vacationers. With little physical evidence, theories abounded. Accidental drowning, dominant among many investigators and Dominican officials. They believe she was overwhelmed by ocean currents after being swept by a large wave. Foul play or negligence. Some critics argue that the power outage, lack of comprehensive security, or delayed response point to possible negligence or worse. Conflicting statements. Joshua's statements about when he saw her when he fell asleep and what he remembered changed over time. Resort responsibility. Some allege the resort's lighting, warning signage, and security protocols were not adequate given known strong surf and red flag warnings. Voluntary disappearance, less likely. Others speculated she might have walked away, but friends and family strongly reject that, saying she had no motive. As more public voices weighed in, the clash between memory, speculation, and official narrative made the case murkier, even as time passed. In March 2025, a Dominican judge officially cleared Joshua Reeby of any involvement. The court deemed his continued detention unlawful. The ruling confirmed prior decisions that allowed Reeby to leave the country. In June 2025, Loudoun County Sheriff Mike Chapman addressed media, saying the Dominican authorities closed the case as a drowning, but his office believed critical evidence remained unreleased, including Joshua's phone and messages. The sheriff publicly demanded that Dominican officials share all data and security footage to help resolve unanswered questions. In media reports, Joshua appeared before court in Punta Cana, requesting back his passport and asserting he's constantly under police surveillance and restricted from sleeping freely. Sudiksha's parents, heartbroken but resolute, continued to push for a legal declaration of death, stating they believe she drowned and they need closure. Despite the court ruling, global media and local watchers still refer to him as the person of interest, though not formally a suspect. Sudiksha's case remains unresolved. No body, no arrest, no definitive closure. Her family, her friends, and even law enforcement are left with questions. What do we believe as viewers? We see waves, shadows, courthouse cameras, and legal appeals. We feel loss, uncertainty, and hope. The ocean is quiet now, but her story echoes. If you found this video meaningful, please like and share. More eyes may help someone come forward. Subscribe to Everyday Crime 247. I bring real disappearances, researched with care, every week. If you have credible information about this case or any missing person, contact your local authorities. In memory of Sudiksha Konanki, may her story not vanish into silence.